This is Sleaze from Leslie Fram.
Ooh, an update from yesterday's explosive story. Britney Spears is now responding to Kevin Federline and his huge memoir, quote, "I have felt demoralized." She got on X yesterday and just spewed. "I speak on this because I have had enough, and any real woman would do the same. The constant gaslighting from my ex-husband is extremely hurtful and exhausting. I've always pleaded and screamed to have a life with my boys." And then, of course, she went on. And now she's saying that the boys need to take responsibility for themselves. With one son only seeing me for 45 minutes in the last 5 years, and the other with only 4 visits in the past 5 years, I have pride too. From now on, I will let them know when I am available.
And she did do all this while doing a striptease and speaking with an English accent. So it was very strange to watch. I mean, she is coming out with the weirdest videos. Now she's talking like this the whole time in her videos. It's very weird.
It's disturbing. And of course, the timing with this memoir. I will say that he also did an interview. Kevin did, but more from the book. You ready for this line? Joan Crawford on crack. My sons are stuck dealing with a situation that nobody knows how to navigate. Here's the part that I thought was, He claims that she engaged in sexual scenarios with female staffers, casually used cocaine, as well as partied with Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton as her sons cried in the background. I mean, this is getting really, really dirty.
And she's so powerful that she can squelch a lot of the crap around her and say, I'm Britney Spears. I have all this money and I'll do what I want to do. It is a weird situation that nobody can seem to get a hold of.
Things got kind of nasty on The View. Of course, when do they not? Sunny Hostin gets really nasty, telling Cheryl Hines some really disparaging things about her husband.
This was crazy.
It was vicious.
But the problem, respectfully, is that your husband is the least qualified Department of Health and Human Services head that we've had in history. I think that's a very dangerous.
Why is he less qualified than an economist?
I think that he
possible?
is less qualified.
He has spent his career studying toxins, studying people's health.
He has also spread a lot of misinformation, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. And I think it's just a very dangerous thing.
The debate whether he did or didn't, that's for another time. Is it really for that time? Was she there to talk about that? That's just such a hijack.
Why would you even go on that show if you're Cheryl Hines?
Well, yeah. I mean, she probably won't anymore. But still, that's just so... We would never do that to a guest. Book a guest with the ulterior motive of coming after their spouse or their...
I just think that show is so toxic. But are you ready for this? There is a new book. Remember Olivia Nuzzi?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Guess what? She's writing a book about the alleged sexting affair, and it's going to be explicit. Apparently, Barnes, she's been quietly working on a book since parting ways with New York Magazine.
Man.
And, yeah.
Heavy load for her.
Apparently headed for a possible holiday-timed release. Well, of course, right? The book will include these steamy messages between the two that could potentially incinerate his marriage to Cheryl Hines.
Heavy time for her. And you remember she forgave him or whatever happened when all that was going down. And it was like they looked like they were headed for a divorce, and then all of a sudden it corrected. I'm wondering now if she's even seen these before.
That's what I'm saying, because I don't think any of us have seen all of them, correct?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen recently admitted, of course, to having sex with men to set the record straight, and years of all the rumors and extortion. He mentioned that being open about his experiences put him in the same league as Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando, who were openly bisexual. He has expressed relief, no longer having to hide parts of himself in the constant fear of being exposed. Now, he's exposed now because he's done every single talk show and podcast.
Except ours.
I know. Hey, where are you? Where are you, Charlie Sheen?
We're in the last in line. He may show up. You never know.
Hey, on the Off the Wall podcast with Dana Carvey and David Spade, Carvey shares a little story about Madonna.
Can I tell you my Madonna story?
Please.
She was in the Wayne's World film.
She was at Wayne's World on SNL when you did Wayne's World, right?
Yeah, we did a short film. She was cool, but I stepped in it without knowing. She came over to our table at the party. She was so fit. I said, the thing I admire about you, and I shouldn't have said admire about you most, is, how fit you are. And I can see later how she took offense to it. She kind of said, the thing you admire about me is how fit I am. You know, like I'm a artist,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I go, Madonna, can you hear this? Let me turn it up for you. And about a half hour later, she came back and sat on my lap. Not in a seductive way, but in like a puppy dog friendly way.
You flipped her off for real?
This was 92 or 3. I'd had
That's
Wayne's
funny.
World. I got 6 Emmy nominations, so I wasn't taking any. But I made a mistake. I apologized to her, and I'm not saying it now because she's probably watching or listening. When I look at Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, whatever, Madonna lit the match.
They take a page out of her playbook for sure.
That was a weird status drop with him talking about how did Wayne's World, had 6 Emmy nominations.
The whole thing was weird. And the fact that the first thing you say to Madonna is, you're fit. Those guys don't care what they say on that podcast, by the way. They're dropping all kinds of nuggets.
But I wouldn't be offended by that. If they're like, you're fit, they'd be like, damn straight, because I work my ass off.
Yeah, but, you know, she wants somebody to talk about her work.
But, I mean, you got to take that little one when it comes in, though.
Man, Jim Carrey's been, I mean, who's seen him or heard from him? But now he's in discussions to lead a live-action adaptation of The Jetsons.
I mean, our life has far exceeded the Jetsons, so what are they going to do? Now all that stuff that was in the Jetsons is all here.
But, I mean, a live-action movie?
Yeah, I know.
There you go, Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
That's your celebrity sleaze.
Start your day with America in the Morning.
I'm John Trout, your host.
From Breaking News.
The U.S. Supreme Court with rulings shifting gears. Apple has released the new iPhone. Here's the Wednesday Business Report. It's far from a seller's market.
To politics and entertainment.
Moving into scary movie season, so why not another Conjuring movie? Shifting gears, Powerball jackpot is now the 3rd largest ever in history.
Live long and prosper.
America in the Morning.
Fresh each day.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.